Hi guys, I wanted to review with you how we can write the quadratic equation or the quadratic expression that represents the graph when you are given the x-intercepts. That would be the 2 points, in this case the 2 points that pass through the x-axis, and also when you know the vertex and the y-intercept. So we're going to start with the x-intercepts. Those are the solutions for x. So what we know is that x equals negative 3.5 on the first point that we are given, and x also equals 2 on the second point that we are given. Let me fix this real quick. All right, so we know that these are the two values that are represented by these two x-intercept points. Let me make these a little bit larger so we can see them. All right. All right, so we're going to work from there on each of these. So for the first expression where x equals negative 3.5, what we're going to do is we're going to say, all right, if x equals negative 3.5, we need to convert that into a fraction to undo the math and find our factor. So this is what I mean by that. Negative 3.5 ends in the tenths place. So we can say that that is actually equal to, whoops, I love how that already gave me a value that I didn't want to write there. That is going to equal the same thing as negative 35 over 10, because it does end in the tens place. Next, what we're going to do with that is identify the common factor that can be divided from both the numerator and the denominator of this fraction. I know that for both of those, I can divide 5 from both of these values. So I'm going to divide each of these by 5, right, in order to simplify this fraction, which means that I will get back over here, I will get, when I divide each of those by 5, see, I will get a negative 7 in the numerator, and I will get a 2 in the denominator. So let me put that here. So negative 35 divided by 5 is negative 7, and of course 10 divided by 5 is 2. All right, so what we know is that x will equal negative 7 halves. Okay, that's what we know. Now I'm going to undo the math on this expression to find my factors. The negative belongs with the 7, and what we see here is this is actually negative 7 divided by 2. I know it's a fraction, but technically that's what a fraction does. It's negative 7 divided by 2. So to undo the math that we see there, what we're going to do is start by undoing the division, and the way to undo division is by multiplying both sides by 2 to cancel this part out. So that's where we are at this point, and then we'll move on to what we have now is 2x is equal to negative 7. We're going to undo the math a little bit more, and what we're going to do there is simply add 7 to both sides of this equation. Right? We're going to add 7 to both sides of this equation because the objective, of course, is to get this thing equal to 0. Our expression will have to be equal to 0. All right, so when we do that, when I add 7 to both sides, on the left side, 2x and 7 are not like terms, so I have to write that out as 2x plus 7, and then, of course, negative 7 plus positive 7 equals 0. So now we have our first factor. It is 2x plus 7. Okay, we're going to follow another process, or a similar process. It's simpler, actually, for x equals 2. It's much simpler. Okay, so for x equals 2, we're going to undo that math as well. And the way we're going to do that is we are going to simply subtract 2 from both sides, right? Subtract 2 from both sides. X and negative 2 are not like terms, so what we're going to end up with, of course, is, get this lined up where I want it. Sorry. So we're going to get that x minus 2 is equal to 0. Now we have our second factor. So these two factors combined, 2x plus 7 and x minus 2, look to be the factors that we are going to use to come up with our equation. So again, 2x plus 7 and then x minus 2 are the two factors that we will use to come up with, or to multiply to write our equation. All right, so let's go back to our equation form. We will write that over here. Sorry, it put it in the wrong place. We'll move it here. And as we can see, I'm going to move this guy up a little bit. Sorry, you're going to have to ignore some of the typing and extra things there. But what I'm going to do is show how to multiply both of those so that we get our final equation. All right, so what are we actually multiplying? We're multiplying 2x plus 7 with the x minus 2. Those were found from the two x-intercepts. So when we actually multiply those, we're going to do 2x times x, which gives us 2x squared, right? Then we're going to do 2x times negative 2, which gives us negative 4x. Then we're going to multiply 7 times x, which gives us a positive 7x. And then we're going to multiply 7 with negative 2, and that gives us a negative 14. All right, we're going to combine our like terms. The like terms are negative 4x and positive 7x. So our equation is 2x squared plus 3x minus 14. Now I'm going to verify that that is actually our equation by finding the axis of symmetry and checking it against the vertex point. So remember, the axis of symmetry is equal to, get back in here, okay. The axis of symmetry is equal to negative b over, so I have to put a fraction in here. It's going to be negative b over 2a. So let's see, negative b is actually going to be negative 3 in this case, over 2 times a, so that's going to be 2 times 2. All right, whoops, I put 2 times x. And that's going to equal negative 3 over 4, right? Negative 3 over 4. And then I'm going to plug that into my calculator. And lo and behold, that will equal a negative 0.75. Oops. All right? And that's what I have here. Excuse me. That's what I have right here. Let me highlight that as the x value in my vertex. I would plug this back in, that value, into my equation here for that x, and then I would follow the order of operations for this guy, doing the math to see, do I get this value for my y value of the vertex point. The other thing I want to check is if you plug in 0, do I get negative 14 for my y-intercept? And I do. So those would be the things that would verify this whole thing.